Good afternoon and welcome to a stunning day down here at Mount Maunganui for the 3-star Beach Volleyball Open. We've got your host here, Trent Webby.
And I'm Abby Jessup.
And we'll be bringing you the men's final here today at the Mauao Open 3-star tournament. Weather conditions at the moment are looking pretty good. We've got an offshore breeze that's causing a little bit of a stir up as we saw in the earlier games today. And we've got a big battle coming up ahead with Griffin Muller and Brad Fullerton coming up against Preston and Tom Reid. All four players here today are all local boys, all born and raised here in Tauranga. So they know this beach pretty well, and they've been playing together for quite a long time that they too know each other.
His name is Luis Polo. We'll give him a round of applause. And your second referee, Tim Cleaver.
And as we introduce the first and second ref, first ref, Luis Polo from North Shore of Auckland, and Tim Cleaver from here in Tauranga.
Out there, let's introduce the backcourt player. His name is Thomas Reid. Put your hands together.
All right, and we see the men start to enter the court.
And his partner, the big plank of a man, Perry. Tiki Timbo, Preston. Closer to the marquee.
So the wind is picking up this evening. It started off in the semi-finals, being a nice big breeze. But it's starting to get pretty gnarly out here.
It is. I just actually played a game myself, Abby, and I tell you what, that wind was annoying. And I'm sure some of the players up there are trying to keep their frustration levels down. And we may even see a little bit of frustration here today because the sets are not going where you want them to go. But these two teams here, they're pretty professional. They know how the wind works. And I'm sure they'll use it to their advantage.
Oh, yeah. And we saw Griffin Muller and Brad Fullerton in the men's semi-final one. And they were able to control that ball pretty darn well. They were very consistent. So it'll be interesting to see if the wind plays a part in that in the final.
Yeah, to be honest, even this other team here, Tom Reid and Preston, are both normally backcourt players. They'll be able to control that ball pretty well too, I think. Let's find out though.
Oh, lovely serve, kissing that tape.
Top tape roller to start with. Big wide one. And a dirty point there actually for Brad Fullerton with a miss hit going deep corner, but Tom Reid going for it and just making the error. So first blood, first point coming through to Griffin Muller and Brad Fullerton.
Lovely float serve. Oh, just out. Good idea, as both guys were in court. Griffin Muller and Brad Fullerton.
Not the right line he was looking for.
Just too wide.
2-0.
Float serve there by Griffin Muller, his specialty.
Oh, and good joust at the net. It's not often that you beat Brad at the net.
Yeah, that's true. Big Brad Fullerton looking big there, but as you see, he went first, and Tom Reid coming up there last actually got the final push. Beautiful hand set there by Brad Fullerton.
Nails that line.
Absolutely.
That was a great read. You could see Tom was running for it.
Float serve cross court, using that wind.
It was almost there.
Yeah, defensive error there by Griffin Muller. Sitting in the right spot, but unable to control that ball. Cross shot by Tom Reid.
And because the wind has picked up as well, these men are going to have to be directly behind the ball if they want to get a good pass up.
That's true. Jump serve.
Yeah, good touch. Oh, good recovery by Perry.
Oh, some dirty, what happened there?
Net touch, I believe.
Ah, yes, it was a net touch error. I wasn't too sure which player had done it there, whether it was Perry or Griff. It was a tight set from the wind pushing the ball onto the net, but unfortunately the follow through by Griffin Muller, net error, his fault. Good serve down line by Tom Reid. Tight set again.
And nice read by Perry there.
Yeah. Cool, calm, and collected. Just had to put the ball back in the court to win that point.
Smacking that one back down with a bit of authority. That brings our score to 4-3. 4-3.
So we have our first side change here at 4-3. Perry, Preston, and Tom Reid just having an early start. Yeah, early lead.
Tom in service.
Good
Oh.
cross court serve.
Ooh,
Touch.
great swing.
Perry's right there, poking the deep corner, but Brad Fullerton's all over it.
Oh, they were lucky that went into the net.
Great defensive effort by Tom Reid.
Yeah, it's unfortunate there by Brad Fullerton. He managed to get off the net far enough to get the dig, get the tomahawk, popped it up. Griff gave a pretty good set, but it just dropped maybe a little bit shorter than he expected.
Be interesting to see if these men do any shorter sets because of this wind interfering.
Yeah, so true.
And great read by Griffin there.
Yep. So beach volleyball, you are allowed 3 touches, but if you see the space, you can just pop it back over into that area. Griff Muller choosing the tomahawk, which is an overhead bump, and just getting it back over into that corner real quick.
Time for a float. Oh, an unlucky lead by Perry Preston.
Yeah, no, that was a good, it's the first service ace of this game, actually.
Yeah.
Stepping back, floating that one into the wind.
Nice deep serve.
Yeah, that corner is the tough one here, Abby. You can see by the flags that the wind's actually coming across the court there.
Lovely pass up by Perry. Oh, lovely spike down the line.
He's a sniper.
Yeah, good vision there by Perry.
Brad's block.
One thing I admire about Perry's attack on, or his approach on most of the attacks, is that there's no difference between his aggressive hits and his shots. He attacks them all the same ways. It's very hard to get a read on what he's going to do. Quick 2-ball there.
Big baller, Brad on 2. Putting that one down.
Yeah, great swing there.
Stepping back to serve. I think he might be tossing this one up.
Yeah, Brad just want to put that one away real quick. Seeing Perry having a serve and runs to the net. He's got a little bit of time where there's no blocker there.
Lovely roll. Again, these men are reading the play very well. As you can see, Brad was stuck in court.
Knows where to put that ball.
Griffin was supposed to be taking the line, but they just saw that gap right there in the deep corner.
Got a back and forth battle. It's a side-out game here. 7-6. Tom Reid to serve.
So Preston and Reid still in the lead, but only by 1 point. And again, the Reid.
Griffin with a nice strike there.
Placement.
And that's a side away there. 7-all.
That was a tough one, actually. Griff did very well there. The set actually falling a little bit shorter. He's had to step in to get onto that ball. So we just saw in that replay.
Let's see what he can do with this win.
Cross-court flow serve. A classic. Good swing there by Thomas Reid.
Nice swing there by Tom Reid. Straight to the pocket. Griffin can't control it. Just getting his hands to it. Great swing by Tom Reid. Always the side out here.
Very Preston serve. Flow serve again.
Oh, great
It's got to
pass
go
up.
over. Yep.
Yeah, and lovely
And
read
that's
by
why
Brad.
he's known as the best setter on tour. Griffin just putting that butter up there for Brad to swing away at.
Yeah, great play there by Muller and Fullerton. First pass not that great, but Griff putting up a great set for Fullerton to get the over line. Good
Nice
read again. Great hands.
And again,
And net error there by Perry Preston. We saw what we call a viper here. You're going to see it in the replay. Hand stays nice and straight by Brad Fullerton. So he hits it on the very tip of his hand at the highest reach. It's quite a hard one to get on top of that ball. The Viper. Some funny names in beach volleyball, Abby. See if we come across a few other ones.
Awesome swing.
Nice.
Great recovery.
Beautiful set there, but unfortunately
he was all over it.
Yeah, he was. Brad read that real well, and the wind obviously made that ball drop inside Tom Reid, so he only had a cross shot. But it was run the breadbasket for Brad Fullerton on that one.
Very strong front court player.
And surprisingly, he's actually a backcourt player.
Wow.
Yeah, he's
tall for a backcourt too.
Yeah, that's been his specialty. He's actually real quick in the stand.
Griffin.
Good read. Free
on the
net.
Receive.
But not put away. Here we go, Perry, for an opportunity, and he takes it.
Yeah. He did well to hit that line.
Absolutely. Turning that one back into the line is a pretty good shot.
Score is now 9-10. Serving into the wind. Looks like it's Tom
As you'll
Reid.
see here, Perry actually had to twist to get that right back down the line.
Big serve there, but going over the bleachers, that one's actually bounced out for a point to Team Fullerton Muller. They're up 11-9, next point going to a technical timeout.
I think this is the first time that Muller and Fullerton have been leading.
Shows the power.
And there we go, and we bring up a technical timeout at 11-10. Here's your final point of the first half of this first set. Great cross shot by Tom Reid.
Yeah.
New Zealand's best athlete.
Awesome close start to the match.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Our last event for the year.
It's actually quite hard to tell who's actually playing better. I think they're both playing very strong.
Yeah, playing very strong. A little bit of background on a couple of these players. So Tom Reid and Perry Preston played a couple of tournaments earlier this year, a few other Maunganui and Mauao competitions. So they know each other pretty well, whereas Griffin Muller and Brad Fullerton actually haven't played any tournaments this year yet.
Oh, wow.
This is their first time back out on the sand in quite a while, and it will be all lead up for the Pro Tour, which is taking place next year. First event kicking off in the New Zealand Beach Tour, first event kicking off in Nelson, to Hunanui Reserve, followed by Ruakaka Beach. Then an awesome match is going to be played in the Cathedral of Christchurch with a whole heap of sand being dumped in the town centre there.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah. And the final of the 4 New Zealand Beach Tour matches going to be played.
It looks like we have a little injury here. Brad Fullerton, it looks like he's got a cut on his foot or something like that. So hopefully that doesn't interfere with play.
No, yeah. We may just see a medical timeout here if it is anything of seriousness.
So there are a few shells and whatnot on the beach.
Yeah.
Just being the nature of the beach.
Yeah, I've actually got a cut on my knee. It was went for a big dive. Don't think we won the point, sadly. But I got the battle wounds.
The commitment that
yeah.
Got Shelley out there on the sand. And feet can get cut. We've got a big toe situation going on here.
Oh, not the big
taken care of.
So we'll just probably take an extra bit of time out here. So I think the technical timeout's actually run out of time, but we'll be taking a medical timeout here as we just tend to Brad Fullerton's toe. And we'll be back, joining you back with all the entertainment very shortly. Big thank you to Tuao, sponsor of the Mauao Open 3-star tournament here today. Day 2 it is. The Super Sunday they call it as well. If you make it through to Super Sunday, you're in a good space. You see, not everyone makes it through, Abby.
Yeah.
Pool play yesterday, and if you didn't make it out of your pool, you ain't playing today.
Tell you what, spectacular day for it as well.
It is, it is.
Awesome crowd here at the men's final.
It's such a great little atmosphere with the new Mount Maunganui Lifeguard Service Tower, or Service Building, I guess you should say, behind us. Mount Maunganui just towering behind these courts as well, which you won't be able to see from the camera, but It is a beautiful venue. Yep.
Yeah.
It's some beautiful surf out there you can see in the background behind those Volleyball New Zealand tents. Good day to be surfing, good day to be playing beach volleyball, good day to be at the beach.
Yeah, straight up. Looks like we are all taped up and Perry is ready to serve. Oh, great read by Brad. First ball over, yes please.
Absolutely.
12-10, slightly extending the lead they have, trying to hold on to it, trying to get more.
Oh, we got a spin.
You go, good take there by Perry Preston.
Was a good take.
Confident hands by Tom Reid as well.
He is a very tactical player, Perry Preston.
You put Perry up in the middle and you see you can do a lot of things with it. I was talking to Perry a little bit earlier before the game. I said, what are you going to bring to this game? He says, all I want is a bit of variety. And I said, oh, I like that. Variety, spice of life.
Yeah, he's bringing that to the table, that's for sure. Second ball. Perry's all over it. Ah, great touch, great commitment.
Good chase by Muller, but it just got away from him. And I think that actually brings up a 12 all. I believe that score is 12 all. And there we go. They hold the lead at 13. No, that ball's gone long, sorry. So Preston Reid taking the lead 13-12.
Tom Reid at the service. Just clinging onto the lead here at 13-12. Oh, great roll. As you can see, Tom came in for that line ball.
Possibly too early, Abby.
Yeah.
I think Griff read that real well, and he shot for the over angle. So the block was on the angle, he went over top.
Yeah. Yeah, he did well there. Oh,
wow.
Great pick by Brad.
Epic.
Yeah.
That was a great play by Brad Fullerton. You thought he was up there big and large. The ball went over top. Yeah, just out of shot there, but Brad doing well to get the dig and put the ball away.
Yeah.
The athleticism.
Starts and finishes.
Service ace there by Griffin Muller. And that brings up 14-all in this close battle here at the men's final of the Mauao Open 3-star tournament. Final match of 2020.
See what Tom and Perry can do on the, what is the good side.
Just out. It's a good idea by Tom Reid. Trying to roll it over the top of the block down that line.
Apologies on that score before. It's now 16-13. I called a 14-14 cross, but it was a 15-13 cross. So a good lead here by Muller and Fullerton.
Ooh, an unlucky touch on that ball. That might have been going out.
Into the wind. It's always going to drop down. 14-16. Perry to serve. See what he can do. Need to make one here. Brad Griff needs the side out.
Float serve there by Perry Preston. Oh. And we're calling a double on the handset there by Griffin Muller.
Tom celebrating that one. He got one more point out of it.
New Zealand does have some strict standards over here for hand setting, Abby Jessup.
Yeah.
They
Oh, sorry about it.
I'm going to keep quiet.
Damn, Griffin.
That was good.
I think he redeemed himself for that one, eh?
I think that point was, I think there was a little bit of heat behind that because of that call earlier about the hand set. He says, my hands are nectar. You cannot call me for a double.
Yeah, I'll show you 2 touches. Oh, awesome.
It's playable.
Yes. What teamwork. Oh, I'm right down the seam.
Yeah.
Seems so easy. Great thing by Griff. Then putting it back over. And Tom Reid just sniping there.
Tell you what, that was some awesome scrambling.
Yeah, absolutely. These guys are all used to each other. They know each other's tendencies, so that's what makes this sport so awesome when you see such long rallies.
Yeah, and it's very impressive, the synergy between Brad and Griffin.
Yeah, especially.
It's their first, you know?
First, yeah, absolutely. You're right there, Abby.
This is the biggest point of the match. Who wins the ends? Going 18-17.
Yeah, this is a big point here. At this cross, 18-17.
Tom Reid stepping back.
More times out of none, the next round of 7 points is where the set usually ends. So you want to be taking the lead into this final group of 7.
Just into that net.
I think that ball there, Abby, just dropped a little bit inside Brad's shoulder.
He's still serving there.
And here we'll see on the replay, the wind pushing it back a little bit tighter. Brad trying to adjust to it, but unfortunately hitting the cross ball into the net.
Oh, good up by Tom Reid.
Brad goes on 2, but
Yes,
Tom's
Tom.
all over it.
He is playing awesome in the backcourt. And he hits a line ball.
What a great rally. Put your hands together.
Woo!
That was great. Yeah, good reads by Tom Reid. That's probably why his last name is Reid.
Reid, yep. Living up to his name. Yeah, it's not often that you see some mean rallies in men's volleyball, so it's awesome.
Inside set again, and it comes off the top of Perry Preston.
I think that was a head ball.
Yeah, that's what we call a field goal. In between the 2 arms, off the top of the head. Here he is.
The other team reaches 21.
Tight set. But put away by Tom Reid.
Just puts that one down the angle.
That was wicked.
Yeah, that set actually perfect.
Yeah. And Griffin, to be honest, he was set up pretty perfectly. It just fell a bit short.
Yeah. Here we go. So we got set point here in the men's final. First set point going to Tom Perry.
Oh, and off the block.
So Muller and Fullerton holding off.
He's in the right spot.
Keeping the first set alive by getting a good swing through the field goal off top of Perry's head once again.
And if you're new to beach volleyball, you have to win by 2 points. So we could well see this going on to longer than 21.
Good take by Tom Reid. Set wide, shoots over top.
Oh, great Reid.
Yeah. So there's our first set going to Perry Preston and Tom Reid, 21-19. A game of many tales, both teams having leads throughout that. There's a bit of a seesaw set on that one.
They're going to sit down, take a break.
Here we see the final point being an overline shot. Take it away.
Yeah, I'll be very surprised if this game does not go to 3 sets.
Remember we said that in Carabera, Abby, and we may have jinxed it, man, so.
Exactly what you want for a men's final, eh?
Yeah, absolutely. I tell you what, these players are going to be out there giving it their all in their second set. It'll be interesting to know what they're saying underneath those umbrellas right now.
Coming up very soon, the boys just grabbing a quick drink, having a quick break, and they'll be out there very soon. The sand is hot. So
it'll be interesting to hear as well what happened to Brad and his foot.
Yeah, I believe it might have just been a sharp shower, to be honest, Abby. Sharp shower should
I hope so.
Yeah, me too.
All right, here we go.
Griffin Muller, boy from Otamoto High School, College, not too sure, Otamoto College. Born and raised out here in Tauranga. He's actually been on about a 12-month hiatus from volleyball. Wow. Yep, he has been off volleyball for a wee while, just focusing on himself. Back out here now on the sand, and I tell you what, it looks like he was just playing yesterday.
Yeah, I reckon he was telling fibs, eh?
Yeah, muscle memory, we'll call it.
Oh, great swing by Tom, and finds that line perfectly.
Brad Fullerton pulling off the net, but the set probably been a bit too tight to pull off the net. Give him a free net there.
It's a good sharp angle there by Tom Reid.
Now, if you're just joining us, this is the second set of the men's final down here at the Mauao 3-Star Open.
Back set. And just too wide. Good lead there by Tom Reid.
We have the combination of Perry Preston, Tom Reid, who took out the first set over Griffin Muller and Brad Fullerton, and at the moment have just a 2-0 lead.
And at the moment, it's all caused by unforced errors.
And that one duffed out the back. Possibly a mishit by Griffin Muller.
Uncommon errors.
I think the wind will be playing a big part in this set as well, as it just keeps coming out throughout the day. Oh!
Tom Reid just getting a good read there, putting that over line. Brad just can't get his hands to it.
Great play by Tom Reid there.
That shot
could have been going out.
Yeah, it's tough to say. That cross-court wind definitely could have kept it in, but we'll never know now.
Hey, great block by Perry.
Yeah. Perry all over that ball, tracking it real well. And a great start here by Tom Reid and Perry Preston. On a 5-point run to start off with.
And good leave.
So that breaks a good run there. 5 points.
Point that Miller and Fullerton will really be wanting.
Fullerton with the jump serve. Most players choosing to use the wind to their advantage, hitting a cross court. You can see by those flags, it's an offshore breeze coming from your left-hand side corner. And the reason you serve into the wind is that that ball's just going to drop real quick, especially with a top spin serve.
Griffin and Brad have anything to
Muller and Fullerton will really be wanting to rein in this lead.
Yeah, first out the box. There it is.
Smashes it. Ah, that was
great swing by Brad. And a great set by Griffin.
Check this out,
Hands of soft, smooth butter.
Yeah, Griffin Muller's a great setter. He was a setter for indoor volleyball at high school and on many New Zealand indoor matches. I feel there might be a discussion after this point. Let's see how it unfolds first.
Great scrambling. Back set.
Yep. Back set, unfortunately falling short, and Brad Fullerton hitting that ball into the net.
And a great rally there. Tom just questioning a touch, but the play carries on. You play to the whistle, not to what you think.
5-point lead here early on in the match.
7-2.
To Preston and Reid.
Just questioning which server, and we've got Tom Reid.
We've got Tom stepping back instead of Perry.
Jump serve, cross court, I believe. Yes, there it is.
Oh, nice.
And a service ace. We love those. And I'm sure they love them. I'm sure Tom loves them too.
Not able to do so. Such great control.
Brad did well to get a touch on it.
It does come down to that.
Not quite high enough.
When the weather and the wind really does pick up.
Oh, down the seam. And great job.
That's right, chest every day, ladies and gentlemen. hoping for those
So a
tight
big
sets.
joust there with Perry Preston coming up against Griffin Muller. Both touching it at the same time, but unfortunately, Griffin Muller making the point.
Beautiful pass up by Perry.
Touches there by Brad Fullerton.
Yep.
The
Been
hands of
quite close to
Brad
that block.
as the ball goes long. So they get the point. 9-3. Perry sides out.
9-3, maintaining that 5 to 6 point lead.
Confident hands by Brad
Yeah.
Fullerton.
Great touch by Tom Reid. Oh!
That one just hitting the top tape and sitting in.
Tom, for a reason.
You can see how
Great
Brad
play
felt
there.
about that one.
That's a great take by Tom Reid, by the way. One-handed dig
Wow.
from the sharp angle.
Could have
Wow.
gone either way, that ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
Need to start out here. They need to make some points.
Probably not going the way of Muller and Fullerton, which they'll be upset about that one.
Great scrambling on the defense.
Yeah, Muller getting a
Just really,
unfortunate touch at
really-
first. Brad Fullerton trying to clean it up. Unable to do so.
That ball can move.
Like that, we will switch sides.
Yeah, that's a good side change here. 11-3, that's a formidable lead there.
Gonna try and make a change here.
Yep. Griffin and Fullerton will be wanting to use this in their favour. Nice.
Yeah.
And that
have
they
broken
do.
the run.
Yeah, they're on the good side here now, Muller and Fullerton.
Get things back.
So they want to
On
bank in
track,
a few
Perry
points.
and Tom looking to side out, carry it on. Ride the wave to the end.
One thing that you probably don't think about at home is actually the mental game. When you're at 11-4, it's very easy to switch off.
Yeah.
So let's hope that Perry Preston and Tom Reid still stay aggressive and keep trying to get as many points as they
That's how
can.
much of an
Yeah.
effect
Keep
the
that
wind
lead.
can have on the ball and on the
Keep
on
that
each
pressure
rally.
on.
Yeah.
5-11, they're building back.
Fullerton and Muller will be happy with those two first points. And a third one.
Yeah. Much needed
Looking to
points
break
too.
the momentum that Brad
Yeah, we've seen a little bit of a
Tom
change in
Reid takes
momentum, and I think a timeout.
6-11.
Yes, we've got a timeout called there by Preston and Reid.
Tom and Perry finding
And had a good time
a little bit
too.
difficult on the
Yeah,
hard
I tell
side.
you, when you get a good lead like this, they're probably just going to go, okay, this is probably a brain check. We're going to go sit down, just chill out a little bit. We've got a lead. We don't need to stress.
Yeah.
And it's also going to make
Take a break, take a breather.
Muller sit down and think, all right, I've got to get the serve in. He's just going to be thinking about that serve. So that's what they're thinking. They're going to try to swing the momentum a little bit here, but just slowing the game down.
Yeah, yeah. It'll be very interesting to see how they change their tactics being on this side of the court, because as we said, this side is the hard side.
Yeah, yeah,
Where the
absolutely.
wind is not playing in your favour.
Yeah, that left-hand side is definitely the tough spot to be at the moment.
Here we go, lads. 6-11 is the score.
Back into it we go.
Now this next point is actually going to be pretty important. We're going to see if that timeout was effective. And the way we tell is basically Perry Preston and Tom Reid want to win this point. Good read by Griffin Muller.
Oh, he was very lucky, wasn't he?
Yeah, he forces that one through, hitting the top tape and dribbling over.
Familiar with the top tape grip. Placing
Yep,
on there.
that tape is your
He
friend
meant to
or
do that,
foe.
I swear.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow.
Oh,
So we've seen a big change in momentum here. That timeout not being as effective as the boys, Tom Reid and Perry Preston probably wanted it to be.
Go, but just unable to put that one in.
Muller Fullerton on a 5-point run at the moment.
woo! Great swing by Perry.
Inside ball. Good
Nice
touch.
touch. Great scrambling.
Here we go. Opportunity here by Brad.
Oh,
And he does
great
it.
read.
Great
Yep.
rally. Making another point here.
This gap has been closed up pretty well, actually.
Yeah, 9-11. Preston Preston and Reid in the lead.
9-11, one to switch.
Potentially Reid and Preston having that mental game. Weaken a little bit as they think we've got a lead. We can chill out a little bit, but it's not like that.
No.
The other team's hungry to get back into it.
Yeah. Called for a 2-touch.
Double touch there. So that's a bit of a mental game there, but we've come up with a technical timeout, and Perry Preston, Tom Reid still hold the lead. Not by the 11-3 that we saw before on the last side change. Now a change of 10, actually 11-10.
Yeah.
It's actually Muller, Fullerton won every point on that side just then. All 7.
Wow.
Great use of that side. You can't have a perfect score like that every day.
No.
Surely not.
It's obviously showing that this left-hand side is causing a bit of havoc for both teams.
Yeah, absolutely. So Reid and Preston will be looking to use this good side now to gain a few of those points back. So Muller and Fullerton are going to have to put a little bit more oomph on this side now to make sure that they keep the momentum on theirs and keep the serve in.
The wind in their faces.
This is exactly what we want to see. Abby, we want to see it a tight match. You want to come down to the wire because that creates great beach volleyball. We'll see these guys getting balls up that you wouldn't expect them to get up.
Yeah.
As they fight for every point in this second set in the men's final, the Mauao 3-Star Open.
Oh, and you could tell what Perry was trying to do there. He was trying to
11 apiece.
cut across court, nice and short, but obviously a little bit too short.
The score might not tell the tale, but I feel like Preston and Reid are in a little bit of pressure here now.
Lovely float serve by Griffin.
And there we go. They break the momentum finally after a massive 8-point run by Muller and Fullerton.
Oh, great swing and great dig.
And a great dig by Tom Reid. Sitting deep in their pocket.
Lovely swing by Tom.
Scooping Brad with a great swing.
Great read there by Tom Reid. He sat right in the pocket, popped it up, and put it away.
Oh, spin serve.
Just unable to get that one over. Trying to snipe down Griffin's line.
So they still hold the lead, Preston and Reid.
13.
And we're starting to see a bit more side out. 1 point going each way for the last 5. Tight pass by Perry Preston, and Tom Reid thinking he could just go on 2. With a little knuckleball. Did not work though.
Nice pass up. Oh, and good read by Perry. Just rolling it over the top of that block. It'd be quite hard to get over the top of Brad's block because he's so tall.
That ball going in. Push your beautiful line.
Tight set.
Oh, great pick by Tom.
Good set as well by Perry Preston, and they executed it effectively, getting the point.
Yeah.
Running down their cut shot.
Preston and Reid's synergy is just starting to shine.
Yep.
15-13.
So that was a much needed side change here. They just got that little 2-point lead again, because remember, you got to win the set by 2 points.
Yeah.
So 15-13 here to Perry Preston, Tom Reid, who won the first set 21-19. Service error there by Perry Preston.
Which is very rare.
Didn't want that one to happen. Not what he planned. Just wide. 14-15. They want to side out here straight away. Griffin wanting to see what he can do with the serve.
Awesome. Right on that line.
Yeah, nice work by Perry Preston. Having to come inside for the set and then slicing it back out to the line. Very hard to read by Brad Fullerton and Griffin Muller.
just into that net.
And Tom and Perry getting another point here, 17-14. They need 4 points to win it.
Preston and Reid climbing to a 3-point lead. Oh, and good leave.
Yeah, that ball going just too long.
Lead by Griffin Muller. That ball floating straight to him. He knew to move out of the way. Reid to serve. Let's see what they can muster up.
There's got to be a float. Oh, no, spin. I was just about to say, I wonder if he'll play it safe with the float. I think most service areas today have been spin serves.
Yeah. It's a tough one to do. Once you toss it up, a little breeze can just move that ball and you just can't hit it.
Exactly.
Good flow serve there by Perry Preston.
Second ball smash.
I anticipated that was going to be the case with Perry Preston has to rush to the net. You've got a split 3 seconds, not that long. 2 seconds, let's say, where you've got no blocker. Get the ball up and hit it as fast as you can.
Oh, he was chasing redemption after that.
Yeah. That's a good point to win by Griffin Muller on the service ace.
And just like that, there is 1 point in it.
It's neck and neck over here. Now Muller and Fullerton will be wanting to just pip them at the post. They haven't been able to take the lead this whole game, or this whole set, but this could be the opportunity.
Unsure if that one was
Great
going
play
in.
there by Perry Preston. Those ones over in that deep corner, it's tricky to read whether they're going to land in or out. It's all dependent on how strong that breeze is coming off the shore. Safer to just to take it. And that was what we saw Griffin Muller try to do, but unable to do so.
Preston and Reid only 2 points away from...
Make that one,
Yeah.
Abby. Make that one.
Oh, it's too close.
So that brings up our match point to Perry Preston, Tom Reid. They have 4 match points here. 4 match points to win.
Come on, we want this to go to 3 sets. Close game's a good game.
Good read by Tom Reid. Can he put it away?
Oh,
and he does.
And he gets the win.
It's a 2-set wonder today.
There we go. What a beautiful game that was. Well played with the win.
Round of applause.
Final set 21-16 to Perry Preston, giving them the lead and the win 2-0. And here we see our final point with Tom Reid using the hands of Brad Fullerton as a tool and earning the point. So, and that brings up the end of the Mauao 3-star open here. The men's final going to Perry Preston and Perry Preston and Tom Reid. I'm your host, Trent Webby. I've been joined by Abby Jessup, who will be with us shortly. But thank you so much for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you all at our next tournament, which will be the New Zealand Beach Tour in Nelson on January the 8th. See you there.
Meanwhile, thank you everybody for coming out this weekend for the Mauao Open presented by 2L. Check out the 2L gazebo, their towel ponchos and hats before you go today. And we will be back in the Mounts in March for the finale of the New Zealand Beach Tour. March 12 to 14 for the Mauao Super Slam, followed by the Mauao Cup the following weekend, which we hope will include the Australian national teams if the borders open before then. Meanwhile, we will be in Nelson, Ruakaka and Christchurch before then. Congratulations to all the winners. Thank you to all the players for taking part this weekend. 57 teams. Biggest event in some years here at the Mount. Beautiful weekend. Thank you for coming down and watching, everybody. And a big thank you to all of our volunteers and referees commentators, over to Sky for the interview.
One, two, three.
Yep, all good. Rolling.
Kia ora and welcome to the Mauao Open. We are here with the men's final winners. We have Preston and Tom Reid. Congratulations on the win. How are you guys feeling about your performance out there?
Oh, we're pretty stoked, eh? It's just been together for a couple of tournaments, so still finding rhythm, but I mean, same with these two as well. They're just fresh pairing, so it's awesome to be out there battling.
Oh yeah, I mean it is great to get out again with pairs. We seem to have a pretty good chemistry straight off the bat, so no, it's enjoyable. That's the main thing.
Yeah, you guys have some awesome synergy out there on the court, eh? Was there any surprises or anything like that?
It's a bit hard to say. We're still kind of figuring it all out, but I think we sort of have to hustle quite hard because we're quite an undersized pair. So it's yeah, we got to put it all out there and leave it on the court.
And how did you find how the ball was floating? Because obviously the wind was picking up at the end of the game. Did that have much interference with how you played, your tactics? And
there's definitely a favourable side. It's definitely a cross breeze into that far side of the court. So it's definitely making sure you make use of it down that end, and then just sort of hold as many points as you can on the bad side. But
yeah, no, as long as you can kind of hold your own on the bad side, then when you get to go to the good side, you can actually get on your serve, try and make a few points. So yeah, I mean, I think we did pretty well trying to get some points on that bad side, and then yeah, it just worked out in our favour in the end, which is main.
awesome. Well, congratulations on your win. You guys smashed it out there, and we can't wait to see you guys at the further tournaments in the new year.
Yeah, thanks.
cheers.
Awesome, thank you. Cheers.
All right, and that is it for the Mauao Open, and we will catch you in the new year.